Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this match between the Chennai Carvers and the Hyderabad Phoenix. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the dashing David Gower.
Well, thanks, Athers, for such a glowing introduction. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day, and it's a very batter-friendly pitch. There's not going to be much for the bowlers. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Great work, David. It looks like the captains are ready for the toss. Let's go pitch side.
Well, the captain must think there's a little bit of life to squeeze out of this pitch. Personally, I'd have been getting the pads on rather than fielding.
Players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Immediately underway with some runs.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Middle that one, great timing.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yes.
Good throw from the deep, on target. I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yes.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yeah.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Over. The Sunrisers are none for 11. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yes.
Picks the gap perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Head has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
They'll get at least one. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
End of the over. 9 off it. The Sunrisers are none for 20. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Misses everything.
Head shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
A few moves made in the field.
Yeah.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat, and got it into the gap, and all the way to the rope.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Right on. Yep. Yes.
Edge. Unplayable. End of the over. End of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
A few moves made in the field. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Hold on.
Caught. Banged off the glove.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Right on.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Just threw the shot too early. Some adjustments to the field.
Wait.
Clarkson shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of the over, 3 off it. The Sunrisers are 1 for 33.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yeah.
Confident appeal, could it be? The Super Kings having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it though.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. No problems at all with where the ball is pitched. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets though? And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Waiting.
Got that away nicely.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Waiting.
A
Yep.
real beauty. Just times it so well.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Two boundaries in a row. Time to just focus on line and length again.
Wait. Yes.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yes.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well and the hands even better.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground.
Yeah.
Nicely played.
Those types of deliveries, if you make the most of them, the bowler will feel the pressure.
A little short on that. Occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
A few moves made in the field.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Full and good night. Just lent on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Nice shot.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Dives and takes a nice catch.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here. He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone. Gone. It's a good catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Sharma will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Massive edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Sharma gets off the mark.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. The Sunrisers are 3 for 73. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Waiting. Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
12 runs added there. The Sunrisers are 3 for 85. The new ball is taken after the spinners were operating with the old one.
They've been waiting, letting the spinners see what they could do with the old ball. Now they're set to unleash the opening bowlers with the new ball.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. A bit of a change-up in the field now. No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yep.
4 through the offside. Easy as you like.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Curran into the attack now from the north end. Last over of this innings, no point defending now.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Yep.
Nicely played, perfect timing.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Great shot.
Got what it deserved. It was short and way down the leg side, just helped on its way, really.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. Good return there, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Over. The Sunrisers are 3 for 113. And that's the end of the innings. The Super Kings have been set a target of 114 runs. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance.
Yeah.
Well placed, should get a single.
Keeper.
Good return, back from the deep. And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
Really good shot there.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep. Well bowled.
There's trouble here.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Rashid is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Yeah. Keeper. No.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Immediately underway with some runs.
Super shot.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Cummins coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Keeper.
Drives and misses everything.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Chance to run two.
Keeper.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Catch him.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Yep. Yeah.
Great shot.
No.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
That's the over. The Super Kings are none for 27.
Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yeah.
Edged. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous delivery. It fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yes.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for 1.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing, out of the middle and raced to the boundary.
That ends the power play. The captain with a bit more freedom in the field now. The Sunrisers are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle. Zampa, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be runs here.
Keeper.
Bad decision-making, thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging. Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Catch. Yep.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yes. No.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Catch.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Six runs added in the over. The Super Kings are none for 40. The right-arm medium bowler is coming in. The attack from the south end.
Yep.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yes. Great one.
Could be close.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up. That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep. Nice one. No.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Waiting. Yep.
Gone. Excellent catch, close to the bat.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
That's the end of the over. 1 wicket from it and very economical as well.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Timed that brilliantly.
That ball has been hit. It has flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the infield.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
More decisive running may have gotten them 2. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that. Rashid looked to put that one into the stands. Pitched and turned plenty past the bat. Lucky not to be bowled.
Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
9 runs added in that over. The Super Kings are 1 for 66. Bowl disturbs the furniture.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Yeah.
That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Catch. Yep.
A beauty, brilliant catch.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just 1 risk too many.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. There'll be 1 run here for them. Great shot. At least one on offer.
And with that, they're off the mark.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 3 for 71. Going with spin now.
Ooh. Nice one.
Fantastic catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Big shout.
Yeah.
Brilliant shot that.
Keeper.
Good return there, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Nicely played.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Over. The Super Kings are 4 for 82. Going with pace now. Well placed. Should get a single. Out! What a catch!
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Middle that one. Great timing.
Got it away for 4, backward of point very nicely.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up, let the ball do all the work really to ease it down towards third.
Misses everything.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Super shot.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Might just be too big an ask to get the runs in this last over.
Yep.
Gone!
Yeah!
Not a great shot to start the over.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep. Hold on.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yeah.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Great shot.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Hold it down.
Poor fielding. Chose the wrong end entirely for what should have been a simple run out.
End of the over, 8 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 8 for 107. This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you very soon.